What is up? What is up, people? It's your boy Joe, and I'm doing something I've been thinking about doing for a while. I probably should have did it a long time ago, but I'm glad I did do it when I did do it, if that makes any sense. I am going to put together a list of the top 10 epic characters in this game. Why am I doing this other than the fact that it's just really cool and everybody loves top 10 lists? I'm also doing it because if you're going to spend money in here, I think this is a good guide to let people know where you should spend your money, what tunes you should pull for, you know what I mean? Because don't be like me. I started off in the dark, had no idea, just pulled. I started pulling before I even figured out the game, so I pulled for a whole lot of crap. Like, if you guys go back and watch my first video, my first pull ever was for Vernon. You should never pull for Vernon. But I did, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I hadn't seen the top 10 list. So here we go. Enough talking. Let's go ahead and get into it. Number 10 is this guy Rick, All Out War. Well, let's look. Why is he number 10? First off, he does a great deal of damage. So he's yellow, fast. He does 300 damage to one enemy, all adjacent enemies to it. He also has his 80% crit, which is great for when you're working through those zombie levels. He does 80% crit for 2 turns, and he does the Guardian, which basically, Guardian is that special skill where pretty much you protect the person with the lowest HP on your team, and they can't take any damage. Like, the first thing that tries to hit them, they don't take any damage for them. It's awesome. And then he also has this thing a lot of people refer to as an 8 and 8, which is basically when your defense and your attack are both above 800. Most of your best characters, with a few exceptions, have this 8 and 8. That means they got super strong defense, super strong attack. Kind of rare, you don't see it that often, but hey, it's very, very common amongst people that we consider to be the best. Whatever. Okay, next is this guy, brand new, kind of bizarre, kind of rad. He just came out yesterday or last night, depending on where you are in the world. I got some experience with him. You guys will see more of that in the future. This dude is just a beast. What makes him a beast is his defense. He's just a defensive beast. So he's a human shield, but on top of being a human shield, that weapon, it comes with absolute defense. Absolute defense is one of the best special skills you can put on a weapon next to a revive, which they let you put on the strong weapons, which basically means when you attack this dude, there's a good chance that it won't do any damage. 0. So he has that. He has a shield, but then look at that defense, 828, super strong defense. And then look at his adrenaline rush, 45, very, very fast. And then it's a good adrenaline rush. He does 425% damage to a line of enemies, and his defense gets boosted. So it's possible his adrenaline rush can go off. He gets a defensive boost, puts up his shield, and then nobody can touch him. And then if you put some super fast tunes behind him, they all get to go off, and basically he's hard to kill. That's why he made number 9 on this list. He's just a beast. There's no other way to put it. I like him a lot, even though he's brand new. I think he's going to influence this game heavily. Get used to seeing him, period. Okay, number 8. That's this young lady. A lot of people call her Shield Michonne. Her official name is Michonne Into Deep. Why does she make number 8 on this list? She's very similar to Conrad. She's a human shield, but she's pretty much built to destroy Andrea. There's no other way to put it, because of her adrenaline rush. Basically deal 275% and negative 40 attack for 1 turn to 1 enemy and all enemies adjacent to it. We all are familiar with Andrea. You can get her out the depot. She's a beast, and so many teams are multiple Andrea teams. I mean, now she's not an 8-8 tune, but she's damn close to being an 8-8 tune. So you take the fact that she's a human shield. She's almost 8-8. She has an adrenaline rush where she can basically do damage to everybody on the team at once, and she lowers her attack. And she too is eligible to get an absolute defense weapon. Pretty much meaning that it's gonna be a little bit harder. Unlike with Conrad, pretty much you gotta go through the depot. You gotta go through the armory to get it. And getting it out the armory is just kind of sucks, because I mean you gotta use, I don't even know, I haven't even tried it, but I'm assuming there's duct tape, maybe polishing kits, maybe spray paint involved, who knows. Either way, super rare stuff, and the armory jobs fail all the time. So for you to get that absolute defense weapon and give it to Mashine, that would be amazing if you can do it, but it's not that easy. The only reason I gave her the slight leg up over Conrad, the only reason, is because she's yellow. And she's going to hurt those Andrea teams. And so many people do those Andrea teams. Honestly, her and Conrad are kind of a tie. I'm still a little bit conflicted with myself giving her the spot over Conrad. But at the moment, I guess I feel like it's the right thing to do. Number 7, Mr. Lee. No time left. A lot of people call him Shield Lee, Green Lee, whatever. He's a human shield. He does 525% damage to one enemy. All your teammates get 40% attack, and that speed. His adrenaline rush goes off super fast. 44 AP. That's nothing to play with. That is nothing to play with. He's not quite an 8-8, but he's almost an 8-8. He's just a beast. I kind of like the shield characters. A lot of people are using shield characters. I put him, above Conrad and above Mashine just because of the damage that he does. Like, that adrenaline rush is fast and it's damaging, and if you give him a weapon, there's a defensive boost and it's a hit point boost. They'll attack, he'll survive it, and he comes off and he kills somebody almost every time. So that's why I went ahead and gave him spot number 7. Number 6. Okay, this is kind of a tie between two people, so this list is gonna be a little bit longer than top 10. It's gonna be like a top 11, maybe. Might have some more ties coming ahead, but I went ahead and made this a tie between two different types of Jesus: March Toward Jesus and A New Beginning Jesus. Why? Let's look at March Toward first. March Toward Jesus. Deal 500% damage to one enemy. All teammates regain 45% of their max HP. That's just great. It's super fast. 500%. That's enough to kill most tunes. He's not an 8-8, but he's almost 8-8. And then he has that command skill. That command skill is just amazing. He was for the longest time everybody called him Green Jesus, but now we got another Green Jesus, so I don't know if he's gonna keep that name, whatever. But command skill, he basically, you can get one of your tunes to fire back to back. So if you have an Andrea, she can pop off first turn. She attacks, she gets commanded to attack again, her adrenaline rush goes off. It's just awesome. Then we got to look at Jesus, A New Beginning. He's a newer one. He's the one that came afterwards. Look at his adrenaline rush. Once again, super fast, very fast, 45 AP. Deals 650% damage to one enemy. This character gets 45% attack, 45% defense. That's just awesome. And then you also have to look at his leader skill. If you got him on a melee team, everybody's getting a super large bonus to their AP. and everybody's getting a bonus to their attack. So you put him with other melee characters, and it's just gonna be devastating, pretty much. And then he's an 8 and 8, a strong 8 and 8, like well above 800, 8 and 8. So that's why I went ahead and gave them spots number 6 on my list as a tie. Then, speaking of a tie, to make this list even more complicated and weird, we got the Revivers.